Hey y'all, this is Jeff again with some horseback wisdom, me and Lola. And you can hear one of them darn woodpeckers in the background. And Team Duck is over there somewhere. There they are. Right there. But anyway, I wanted to talk to you guys about something kind of unusual today, and that's death. So we had a death on our farm this week, and that was related to Lola. She miscarried a foal, and we lost the foal, and it was really hard. And I know animals aren't people, and I've seen a lot of death, not just animals but people too. So I wanted to talk to you about that because I think it's an important thing. I'm going to go over here, get behind Lola in the shade under my tree. Had some guy say, "Why don't you cut the limbs of this tree?" And I'm like, "Because it provides really good shade." All right, so death. So since Cain murdered his brother Abel, humans have been experiencing death. But death is one of the most wonderful things that points out the glory of Jesus. And let me tell you how that is. So the Apostle Paul, who wrote a large portion of the New Testament in the Bible, he talked about how Jesus had overcome death. And he did that by being killed and then raising from the dead, right? So he's overcome death because he's alive now. And he was dead. And Paul said, an interesting phrase, he said, "O death, where is your sting?" In other words, talking to death metaphorically, Paul said, you don't really bother us anymore. It's still there, but no Christian should be afraid of death. That doesn't mean we want to die, or that doesn't mean we don't want to preserve life. We do want to preserve life. But death shouldn't be something that we fear. It can cause us sorrow, and it can cause us mourning. Sorry, I'm laughing, but there's like every creature in the zoo is hanging around over here now. There's Princess. Princess? Here. Anyway, but we're not to mourn like people. We're not to be fixated on death, because if you're in Jesus, death is just a transition period. It's just something that moves you from one place to the next. And we are eternal beings, right? We're spiritual beings that are eternal. We're not temporal. We're not temporary beings. Every person is eternal. And that, having to bury that foal really reminded me, it was sad. I hated to do it. It really made me sad. But it made me thankful that I had the perspective, and that I know that I'm eternally going to be with God. Not because of me, but because of Jesus' sacrifice on my behalf that I've accepted. People have called me weird. You could say I'm a Pollyanna or whatever. No, I'm actually a realist, because I understand that realism is found in God, right? The reality is not what we see around us. This isn't all reality. It's beautiful, and yeah, the hogs have dug up all the ground again out here in the pasture, and that I got to get fenced in. And Lola's a great horse, and she was sad, but all that's temporal. It's not real. Reality is only things that last forever. So if you're going through something right now, whether it's a death or something that's a tragedy, just keep that in mind. Trust in God. The Bible says that weeping may last through the night, but joy comes in the morning. If you have God in your heart, if you have Jesus in your life, you're going to have joy. That's one of the gifts of the Spirit, the fruits of the Spirit. So I just want to bless you guys with that today. Just keep that in mind. Death is a temporary thing. Don't fixate on it. Don't focus on it. Focus on God and Jesus and be blessed, like Lola is right over there. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye.